Hello truckers and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We're in Thompson Falls, Montana. Now at the end of last episode we were actually in Missoula, Montana, but got myself up here because we are going today. I couldn't find a load going up to Canada out of Missoula, but the next city up, Thompson Falls, has one going to Canada, so that is where we are. Come over here to Napa to pick it up, but before we do, I do have a scenic thing I have not checked out before, so we're going to go ahead and check it on out and see what this is all about. So, yep, Thompson Falls. So, yeah, we're heading up to Canada, which means I'm not doing external contract today. This is just a regular cargo, because when you're going off the SCS maps, you can't do external contracts. So, my first regular contract in quite a while, actually. And I'm interested to see, they definitely have expanded on the Canada map since I've been up there. So I'm interested to see what it does bring along. You may also have noticed in the upper part of the screen when I was driving up here, I'm trying out a different advisory bar. I think it's called Yara? I'll make sure I have a link in the description below to the workshop. So if you like what you see on it, you can give it a try. Thanks to Clemenza on Discord for showing me the mod itself. I appreciate it. So we're just checking out the cutscene that's here. Then we will go over and grab our trailer. So also I do believe at the end of last episode, we bought ourselves a truck and got ourselves another driver on the fleet. I think that was our first truck for the Hayes, Kansas garage. This is actually quite a long cutscene here for a small little town. think we've seen every square inch of it. It's gotta be the last one, right? Can't be much more here. I stand corrected. Well, actually, I sit corrected. I'm not standing right now, but I am sitting. We're gonna have a 1-hour episode of just doing the cutscene here. Maybe we're walking back to our truck. Can see it through the trees. Alright, yeah, so there we go. So you can see in the upper part of the screen, we got ourselves a new advisory bar. We'll see how it works out. I do like it. It does seem kind of clean, meaning it's not overabundant of stuff. It's not taking up too much of the screen, and it doesn't appear to be... Because where it is, when it's not like it's down in the window through our view. It's out of the way. Yeah, going to here. So we got freight contracts. Hopefully it's still here, or else I came up here for nothing. So yeah, Thompson Falls, Montana to Kamloops, British Columbia. And we're delivering forklifts is what we are delivering. So we're going to go ahead and take that job. I think it's a 10-hour trip, apparently. Where are said forklifts? Oh, okay, they're down around this corner. So we will see when our drivers complete loads and everything, but we will not see, I don't think, our overall money up there, but that's okay. Lock and loaded. Also, someone did mention, I think it was in the last episode, I was talking about the International 9900i, where you got to buy it used, but apparently there's a mod out there that will allow you to buy that stuff right on out of the dealership, brand new, I guess. But that's not what we're doing today. We're headed up to Canada to give it a look before Illinois comes out, which we have a feeling it's going to be announced sometime in the next month or so. So I'm hoping we can cruise around Canada a little bit before we got to head back to the Midwest. How am I doing on fuel? Okay. Got a half a tank. So I probably should get some fuel somewhere today. Definitely before we reach Kamloops. I think I said Kamloops is where we're going. Heck of a place to break down, buddy. Well, actually, it's not that bad of a place, considering you're out in the middle of nowhere. You're actually in town. So what do we got in the upper left-hand, or sorry, upper left-hand corner, and the top of the screen for the advisory bar? So, I mean, I can see my lights are on. You can see my directionals on the left side. Low beams. I don't really ever use high beams. The fuel, I'm not sure if that's working, because I only got a half a tank of fuel, and that's showing all blue right now, so that's a little odd. I'm not sure I know what that far left-hand indicator is for. It's got a couple of red dots, and the rest are white. That might be my damage indicator for the truck. But I feel like we just repaired the truck not long ago. In the center, we got what gear I'm in, my current speed limit, and my current speed. And then on the far right, where it says 65, that's the current speed limit for the road. And then we can see the time of day. Other things not indicated, which is not a big deal, because how often on the far right I see an envelope. So I'm guessing that's mail, which we hardly ever get anymore. And there's also something there for a weigh station. Probably indicates, like when I go through a weigh station, if it says you gotta stop or not. If I were to stop, I'm guessing that's gonna get lit up. Possibly. Okay, Volvo, why were you telling me? Was it the guardrail you saw and got nervous? Get up to the gears. So I'm kind of hoping that I installed the map correctly for Canada. We will find out when we get to the border, or up near the border. If I fall through the map, then I did something wrong. But it appears I did everything correctly. So, I mean, it's kind of nice to be able to see when our drivers complete loads and everything. So you can kind of keep track of the company. Let's go ahead and get ourselves, looks like on the interstate. It did look like on the GPS that I was going to be taking a lot of side roads. So all these fuel stations here, and none of which that I can fuel up at. Hopefully this trucker will let me out. Looks like he's giving me some room. Alright, let's get up to Canada. Yeah, I probably should look to see when we were up in Canada, but I'm going to say it's been at least 2 years since I've had the map activated. But they definitely have expanded on it. Way station ahead, so we might see what happens to the way station indicator in the advisory bar. Although I don't think I got an indicator. Nope, haven't gone through it yet. Now the problem is that's blocking. I don't know if I need to stop or not. That's kind of... It's kind of blocking the indicator if I gotta stop or not. And it's not really telling me if I needed to stop or not there either. So we're gonna stop just to be sure. What? Imagine if I don't have to stop and I did stop, and then I get fined for stopping, but... what is that saying? Thank you for cooperation. Have a safe journey. I thought I hit the bar to start, the button to start inspection, but since it's all covered, I couldn't see. How do I get out of here? I guess... Alright, it says to I-90 this way. Be a good indication. Now, I think it did say in the description for this advisory bar that it's a work in progress. So as long as most of it works, I'm fine. The way station thing, yeah, I'm not sure if that's working or not. And to me, it's not that big deal. The only issue I have of it so far is blocking the prompt that the game has given me. So I couldn't really see if I did need to stop or not. I'll have to see if that prompt is movable. Probably not. Oh wait, I can remove... Ah, yes, I can. I kind of... That button does work. Alright, so that button's working again. So I can turn off the advisory bar and turn it back on when I want to. Alright, that's what I'll have to do next time. Ooh, someone just brought in $2,000. Oh, I did forget to activate because Clemenza also told me about... he told me about the advisory bar that we have. And also told me about a new traffic... Well, to me it's a new AI traffic thing to test on now. I did download it, but I forgot to activate it. I just got excited about ProMods Canada. And when I saw this advisory bar, I go, that looks clean enough. We'll give it a shot. And I forgot all about the traffic, so... One thing I got to remember now is, since I'm not doing external contract, I'm not restricted to 65 miles an hour anymore, so I got to be careful about just putting the throttle down and just going. But yeah, in case you didn't see just back there a little ways, we just crossed into the state of Idaho. I'm doing way over the speed limit. Oh, come on, $980 for that one? He was on the side of the side. Never mind. as I just mentioned, like, oh, I'm going wherever the speed limit. And I saw the cop. I'm like, yeah, but he's on the other side of the road. So is that going to matter? I guess it's just a AOE kind of a thing with cops, right? Once you get in a certain radius of them, they're going to give you a ticket no matter what. Oh, well. We are coming up on a fuel station, but that's kind of... I would like to find one... There might have even been one... No, I don't think... I can't visualize it, but... I don't think there was one at the way station. I was so focused on looking at the advisory bar to see if I had to stop or not. I mean, I still got, like... a little more than a third of a tank of fuel, so it's not like I'm... going to run out here in the next minute or two. Alright, I need to set the cruise control. Because I don't want a second speeding ticket. I think I got room to squeeze in there. That's what you want to say when you're hauling a semi in a 35,000-pound load. It's like, I think I got room to squeeze in there. Looks like it's getting ready to rain. Alright, so we're coming up another way station. I just saw a sign on the side of the road. But sometimes those are just there for decoration. Nope, there's a way station up ahead. I see it on the GPS. Alright, we'll see what that does. You can bypass the nearby way station. Alright, so... Alright, just gotta remember when prompts come up, I gotta get rid of the advisory bar at the top. And hello, Washington. Whoa, hello. Okay. This is not just a... Okay, so I gotta find... Did I just miss the off-ramp? Because we can go this way. That ambulance just went past the whole scene area. So not only do I got a way around this, we're also going past a fuel station. That is our loan payment, as you can see in the upper right of the route advisory. I was thinking about going out in front of that semi-truck, but, you know, that would not be the right thing to do. I actually came in the right way for a change. $4.40 for diesel. That's the way things are right now in the world. That's not a bad price. I think where I am, it's probably closer to $5 a gallon. Make sure our driver puts his seatbelt on. Ah, so I see. In the upper left-hand corner where it shows the fuel, where I saw the red lines and the white lines before, that's how full, that's where our tank is. Because now they got full of fuel, I don't see any red lines. Okay. I think. Alright, so full of fuel, we should be good to go. I'm next, right? Go ahead and give me the green light, baby. There's a garage to our right. Well, at least where that detour was, it's not like I got to go way around something. It's kind of just cut through the town, so it's not too bad. Well, so far I'm liking the advisory bar because, like I said, it's out of our view, out the windshield, so that's good. And it gives me most of what I'd like to see. I think the person that made this mod said they're trying to work on a navigational system, but it might have to be a different mod because of the way the widgets work now. That's the wrong gear. I was just going to mosey on over, but there's a car there. So I'm not sure I know exactly where this map, where the SES Washington map ends, and where the ProMods Canada roads connect to it. Let me just have a quick look at the map here. Alright, so probably not until we get up to, like, here, maybe. So I think we've been on most of the road that we're going up to, but you can see some of the parts of Canada we've been to. Looks like we came up and around this way. And then also we went down through here a little bit as well. And they've added a quite bit more. Nothing in the northern part, but I think that's the way most of Canada is. Like a lot of the cities are right near the border and everything. So, we'll try to stay in Canada as long as we can for this episode. Of course, for this episode, next episode, and so forth. Maybe until we hear something about Illinois coming out. Here, I don't think I've been on before. So we we go quickly from an on-ramp to a 2-lane down to a 1-lane. DFA, Dairy Farmers of America. Alright, who's holding up this line? Speed limit should be about 60. We're doing low 40s. So I'm guessing the way it's looking, we might be able to get the Hayes, Kansas garage, which is a current small garage, so in other words, 3 trucks. We should be able to fill that up before Illinois comes out, question mark. So we got 1 truck, so that means we got to buy 2 more. And then, of course, when Illinois comes out, I want to be able to buy a garage when it does. Now, most would say Chicago, probably in game, Chicago would be the best choice. So I'm guessing there'd be a lot of cargo coming in and out of Chicago, giving our drivers more opportunities to go places. In real life, I probably would not want one there as a driver, just because it would be that busy getting in and out of the city. I've only ever flown, in real life, I've only ever flown in and out of Chicago. I've not left the airport. So Colville, we've been here before. Burgers. Well, if that's where your burgers lurk, I'm not sure I would want one of them. But it is a nice little sign, I suppose. Oh, I don't remember going around this rotary before. Maybe it looked different way back when Washington came out, which probably would have been back in, like, what, 2018? Somewhere around there, I would assume, like 2 years after ATS came out. Yeah, the states that came out after ATS, they were very slow. And now we're getting them, I would say, rapidly. Like, we get one like every 3 or 4 months. Another rotary. These are starting to be more and more common here in the States. I mean, personally, I do like rotaries. But unfortunately, a lot of people here, it seems like they get to a rotary and they don't have no idea how they actually work. Which, they're pretty simple, but we've all been on the road. We see where some people, you wonder how they actually got their driver's license. And you may be watching this and wondering how I got mine. Alrighty, I just want to have another look at the map, see where we are. So, alright, so yeah, we're still not. I think when I get to near Omark and I get to this intersection when I turn right, that is probably going to be, like this road here is probably part of the ProMods map. Because obviously SCS is not going to have a road going up into Canada. They would have stopped it like right here. So that's probably where I'm going to find out if I installed the map correctly. Although I'm trying to think the last time where I didn't install a map correctly and I fell through. Been a while. Doesn't seem like we're going up that steep of a hill, but apparently we are. We're slowly gaining speed. Guess we gotta go slowly around this corner. Although it doesn't looks like it's that sharp of a corner. That corner is a little sharp. Definitely has been a while since we've been up this far north on the west coast. Just pop in the clutch and we'll coast downhill, although that speed limit there, I would get a ticket. I could probably get away with 66, but anything over that is going to give us a ticket. actually enjoying the scenic route that we're taking today. Thought that speed limit sign said 35, but it still shows 60. Now it's 35. I think it is. Alrighty, so we're headed to the right, up to Canada. How many more miles do I got to go? Do we know that? Does that give us an idea? Not really, does it? So hopefully we don't fall through the map, hit an invisible wall, or something like that. if we don't, by the time we see a Canadian sign, then we're good to go. And so there is no way to know how many more miles I got left. Just up here is what we know. 228 miles is all we got left. Seems farther than that. Always fun sitting at the stoplight and you're the only one. There goes a train. Only 25 miles an hour through this part. Those apple trees. They look like small apple trees if they are. I think I'm going this way. And I think we're getting ready to head on into Canada, so all signs point that I may have the map installed correctly. So if I remember, we'll have to stop at the border crossing and kind of do like an inspection. All right, we'll follow the trucks. Actually, probably right here. I should take a thumbnail because it has a Canadian flag in the background. So lately I've been bringing you guys along for the photo shots or the thumbnail pictures. So there's the American flag, but that's not what we're really here for today. We're here for the Canadian side of things. Hopefully I can come back here a little bit. And, well, you know what? Let's get both flags in there. That way you know we're at the border. There we go. And then just, not the greatest of pictures, but hey, if I remember to take a thumbnail picture during the episode, that's usually an achievement. Can I go through anyone, or... I don't know. I don't know if this one has, I don't see an indicator over there. I do see one where the Amazon truck just went through. I don't want to pull forward yet. Is there one here? There is not. I don't want to get another ticket today, so... we are going to go to the one over here. Let's get rid of that. To start border check, press button 15 for me. Check in your documents. Oh, Cindy, you're in trouble. Everything's in order. How'd I get out of here, man? Oh, I could have came through that way, I guess. Welcome to British Columbia, Canada. 80 kilometers an hour. Luckily, the advisory bar at the top is telling me that's 50. Oh, now it's 37. So now we get to see what ProMods Canada has to offer. I'll have a link. I don't know if that's already in the description below. I think it is. I'll have to double check. If I forget to put the ProMods Canada link in the description below, leave a comment and I'll throw it in afterwards for you guys. Apparently I have been up this part of the road before, because it's like the GPS, the side roads are yellow before I got there, so indicating I've been to this locale previously. Definitely a lot of curves in these roads up here so far. Wait, what's that? You can bypass the... okay. Well, that came up quick. Feels like I'm slaloming down a hill. Got a right-hand turn coming up, although that guy's already turning right, so... Well, that's a wrong gear. Even though it says I've been here, it's been a couple of years, so I'm not going to remember how anything really looked up too much like up here, and I'm sure they changed quite a bit of it. Oh, we got a green light. I gotta kind of ignore the speed signs on the side of the road because I'm just glancing over and I'm seeing numbers like 50, 60, but that's not miles an hour, that's kilometers an hour. So, kind of a good time to have the advisory bar at the top to show me what the speed limit is converted over to miles per hour. Oh yeah, also someone I think said the clock is at the top right-hand corner of the information panel, and it is. That just came back to me. But the reason why I was just saw the clock on the panel, I was looking down to see, yeah, you can kind of see on the speedometer the kilometers an hour below the miles an hour. Like I said, I don't remember now who I'm even delivering this to, how much I'm getting paid. But let's see, we got to go to this button now, right? So we're bringing it to the Bear in Kamloops, British Columbia, and we're getting paid $3,223, minus the $1,000 speeding ticket I got earlier. Yeah, still making a profit, but that digs into your profit a little bit. Is that a Mac color? It kind of looks like a, I don't want to say a pink, but is that a base game color that you can purchase? I was going to say, what was that fire truck doing parked on the side of the road? But there was a fireman cutting up a tree there. yeah, ProMods. If this is your first time seeing ProMods maps, they do an excellent job. You are turning, I hope. Yeah, okay, you are. I used their maps quite a bit back in my day in Euro Truck. How far back, you may ask, was that? Well, I remember, well, if you play Euro Truck, I remember where ProMods was doing France, all the Nordic countries. I mean, I stopped playing Euro Truck after ATS came out back in 2016, so yeah, it is going back quite a ways. And had a very limited taste of ProMods Canada a couple years ago here. And the thing is, I should be able to keep this map active because I no longer need it to match up with the coast to coast map, because the coast to coast map is not attached to this. So I think we'll keep it active. That's the only thing when people would ask me, why don't I use like this map or that map? I guess even like the Mexico map now, that would not be tied to the coast-to-coast map. I think the Canada Dream map would need to be attached to the coast-to-coast map. So we started getting a lot of maps that connect to one another. Sometimes, yeah, both maps had to be updated in order for them to work together, of course, which makes sense. So, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we should be getting relatively close to our destination. The only thing I would miss and really would like to see on the advisory bar, but as I said, the navigation and this information, it's on 2 different widgets now in the files, I guess. It's a little bit beyond my knowledge of mods and ATS, but that's about the only thing I would like to see is, you know, mileage left and ETA of when you're going to get there. But I mean, other than that, the advisory bar at the top, I'm liking it so far. I'm just going to check the map to see. Alright, so we're not that much farther from, I don't know if that's pronounced Kamloops or not. But yeah, so I'm not going to bother rushing to get around all this traffic. Oh wait, does it tell me how more miles we got? 113. Okay, so that gives me a rough idea. So, roughly about another 5-10 minutes of driving, depending on traffic. Feels like we should be going downhill, but I'm not picking up speed like I thought it would. So I will say this, because we are going to try to stay in Canada as much as possible for, you know, next episode, the episode after that. But the way SCS does it, if they announce Illinois, and usually when they announce it, it's like, oh, it'll be out within a week or so. So if they do announce Illinois and it comes out within like 5 days or so, we're gonna have to do a live stream of driving from Canada down towards Illinois to get ourselves all set for that. So just be aware that when that does happen, we'll probably have a couple live streams back to back. Not back to back days, but the next two, those episodes will be back to. There'll be 2 episodes back to back of live streams. Is what I'm trying to say. I'll get it out at some point. Because in game time, I'm probably a couple days from Canada to the Illinois border. And since every episode is basically an in-game day, live streams are not, but in-game recorded episodes are just usually one day. Well, if they want us to check brakes, I'm guessing that means we're getting ready to go downhill. Oh, wait, what's that say? Pull over ahead and perform a brake check. How does one do that? How does Alright, this is different. Please stop to perform. Oh, they even got their own cutscene. Checking brakes. I suppose the camera kind of going around the truck is kind of like our driver walking around. Don't think that truck back there was going to let me in. Oh, I stalled it. So what is that symbol? I gotta recognize that symbol there for future reference. It's kind of like a yellow block. So got one there, got one there. Got quite a few of them around in this area. I'm not sure what these symbols are going to be for. But yeah, there's actually enough in Canada. The only problem is something like this is, like, I would like to go this way and around this way, but then to get back into Canada, I would have to loop all the way back around. I'm kind of going up the middle. So probably the best thing that we'll try to do is we'll try to get a load next time going this way and kind of loop around like this, and then maybe just do like a figure 8 and go all the way around like so. And then we'll be back down into Idaho. Thought that car was going to let me come out, but seems like the Canadian drivers don't want to do that. Of course, I just planned out our route I would like to take in Canada, but you know how it goes. If you can't find a job going that way. And again, since we're off the SES map, I don't have external contracts to check either. kind of weird that, like, on a tanker that's, like, right in front of us, I'm riding his butt right now. You can see the reflection of the road, but you can't see our own truck. Alright, nor do you see the reflection of passing vehicles either, it seems. At least I didn't see it. Don't want to be missing my turn here, because I do see Kamloops is just right up ahead. Probably been saying that town's name wrong the entire episode. The way the skies looked all day, I thought it was going to rain once or twice, but looks like that's not going to happen. And also, since we're here, if there's any people that are familiar with the BC area, in this particular area, does it look kind of like it does in real life? Do you recognize any of the locations? They look the same. As we know, SES sends a team out when they make a map and take photos and videos of cities and towns to try to make it look as real as it does in real life. I'm not sure ProMods goes that far, but I'm pretty sure they do include a few things. So if we know the area somewhat, be like, yeah, oh yeah, that's I know that building, I know this building. Well, I was ready to say, yep, I'm turning, but there's a train there. Well, luckily the train has gone through. Okay, LeBaire. Is this your entry point back here? According to GPS, it is. We got your skid steers. And once I can figure out where the heck you want it, oh, you want it over there. Definitely not familiar with this this lot at all. I wonder if ProMods made their own lots, because it definitely looks different. Look at that, like a glove. Yeah, so let me know what you think about the advisory bar at the top. Do you like it? What would you like to see on it? Sometimes the modders do see videos like this and leave comments. They might add some things or make some tweaks to it. And also, yeah, let me know what you think about getting up to Canada. So financially, oh, we're already back up to $88,000 in the bank account. So yeah, less than $100,000, I can buy ourselves another truck. But there we are. And British Columbia. Let's actually get back out to where the truck is so we can at least enjoy the view. Actually, let me get rid of the advisory bar as well. Actually, you know what? Let's go in in this mode here. Oh, hitting all the wrong buttons. We'll get there. There we go. There's our truck, and maybe me and Cindy are going to go out and walk down by the... Is that a river or a lake? I'm going to say that's a river, by the looks of things. Yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments below. And remind me, if I don't have the ProMods Canada link in the description below, and also the Yara, I think it's called the Yara Advisory Bar as well. Leave a comment and I'll pop it in there for you so you can have a look at it. But that is going to wrap it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator in Canada. But until then, have a good one.